Just good morning, and let's talk about Moscow, and it's finally, let's say, my graduation video. And yeah, I would like to tell you about Moscow. Let's start. I was born here in Moscow. It's my birthplace. Learn how to crawl and how to walk here under control of my parents. And then I made friends in kindergarten, and my parents sometimes punished me since I misbehaved. Yeah, and then I finished school. I changed three of them and graduated from university here in Moscow. Then I moved in with my future husband, and all this happened in Moscow, in one of my favorite cities. And of course, my parents didn't kick me off from their flat. And then I got married and work. Now I'm working for a Germany company and have full insurance, full health insurance, thanks God. And me and my husband love traveling, and I want to promote to you just my favorite city. And guess what? Yeah, it's Moscow. Um, of course, I like several different cities and countries abroad, and I really want to, maybe in future, if I will have if I will be offered a good job and my husband will have an opportunity to work on distance, then maybe we will be ready to move to another country and to another city. But now I really don't think about it. And okay, let's start. Moscow has everything to offer in terms of comfort and entertainment. And the transport system is very developed here, and you can find here everything from gorgeous skyscrapers. It's Moscow City, and just to creepy buildings from the Soviet Union past, and let's call them sleeping districts. Yes, and they are not so beautiful, of course, but if you're a foreigner and just want to see Moscow, want to visit it, yeah, of course, you will have an opportunity to walk among city center and enjoy all the infrastructure of our beautiful city. In the city center, it's really beautiful most of the time, and Moscow has changed a lot in the past 7 or 5 years. Yeah, it looks like this, and most of the changes are really beautiful. And in Moscow here, just uh, everything is just we are everything is in a hurry, and people are in a hurry. And it's not like in St. Petersburg, for example. Many places work here 24/7, and if you need to make, for example, if you need to make a haircut, or just to do a haircut, or just need to change your tires, then you can find such a place. For sure, you will find a place for sure. And it's really convenient, of course, just because in many European countries people even can't buy food in huge hypermarkets during weekends, for example, or on Sundays. And for Moscow, it's strictly forbidden even to think about it, just because people have only one chance to to go to the groceries and buy everything that they need in a bulk for several future weeks, and during weekends. Yeah. And our city is so huge that It has tons of museums, galleries, concert halls, and exhibitions, and you can go sightseeing wherever you want. Lots of parks here, just and they are all rather walkable. You can drink coffee, you can take coffee to go and walk among the park and enjoy the atmosphere, the old culture, and old churches in these parks. Yeah, it's really cool to walk there and to feel the atmosphere of the past. Um, then let's talk about traffic jams. Yes, Moscow is overpopulated, I think, and we have here lots of. You can get stuck in heavy traffic, of course, but if you are in a hurry, you need to go down, and it's better to use underground metro, Moscow metro. It's really beautiful, and you can have even an excursion and see all the main stations and yeah, really, you will really enjoy this excursion for sure. Moscow, unfortunately, Moscow is overcrowded too, and especially in the rush hours. Yeah, and for me, I hate getting on and off the bus during rush hours, and that's why sometimes I use taxi instead. They are rather, although they are rather expensive, but nowadays there are many competitors between taxi drivers, taxi companies, and you can choose. They've got some promotions, rather cheap ones, and you can offer yourself to go somewhere by taxi. Um, uh, in Moscow, regarding disadvantages, there are unfortunately also lots of illegal immigrants here. But let's talk about advantages of our city. And you even they are an ordinary people who work here and just earn money for their families. And like in every European or American or American in every European country or in the United States. The weather, the weather here is rather crazy. Yeah, like in all Russia, and in winter it's cold, and there are much to do here in winter. You know, you can go ice skate in different parks in Gorky Park and just in Vdenha, and go to visit our local ski resorts and skiing there, and the conditions they are rather good, and you can rent a chalet, for example, and sit comfortably and drink hot chocolate, or just sitting comfortably and sipping mild wine after skiing. In March it's still snowy, you know, just at the beginning of spring it's still snowy, even in April sometimes. Just in May it's perfect and warm, and I advise you to visit Moscow in May, or just because summer can be too hot or too rainy, and but September and October is the Indian summer time, and is the most beautiful time in autumn, and this is the time of long walkings and hot coffee to go, and warm sweaters, and it's cool that you can sit comfortably and in the cafe and enjoy the atmosphere of autumn, maybe somewhere in the park, and watch the leaves fall down, for example. It's too romantic. And also this is just as for me, it's the perfect time to visit Moscow. I think just September is the most beautiful month to visit. um, mm, mm. Just to conclude, Moscow is just because, yes, it's approximately 10 minutes long. My videos is 10 minutes long, and to conclude, Moscow is full of discoveries, you know, and advertising, and you can enjoy food in different restaurants, and they are really perfect. The atmosphere there is looks like European, and as for me, just waitress work much better than in Europe, just because no one will tell you that he or she doesn't want to serve you, or just doesn't, just as in France, for example, I don't know, just 8 years ago, I felt that just unfortunately I don't speak French, and a waiter there, just he was rather just was an adult, and he was a man at the age of 60 years, maybe old at the age of 60, and he doesn't want to talk to me in English. Yeah, and I had to ask for another waiter, for example. Yeah, in Moscow, no, the service here is perfect, and I think just Moscow is a must see city, and even for and maybe you can live here for some period, just because here you can find any just hotel or hostel or flat for any taste and any budget. And that's it. Yes, I think this is my story, and welcome to Moscow. Thank you and goodbye.